Hello everyone, this is Mystic Juicer bringing you some more Yomi action. Today we've got Mad King versus the Cap. This is a top 8 West Realm International Yomi League playoff match. Mad King is going to be playing Quince, I'm overwhelmingly certain. I'm not sure exactly what the Cap is going to show us. I believe he primarily plays Geiger, and he has played Geiger very heavily in the International Yomi League thus far. A very strong Geiger player, but I believe he does have some additional characters that he plays. However, this is a matchup, um, I should say, Quince versus Geiger is sort of widely considered to be Geiger favored, I should say. So, given that he's a very strong performer, if the Cap sees it that way as well, then I think we'll probably be seeing that matchup. Um, it's entirely possible, though. You know, some people have particular quirks that particular characters they really hate to play against, or particular matchups that even though the community might feel the matchup is heavily favored or slightly favored in one direction or the other, they just really have personal hang-ups about that. See my own issues with Rook versus Arggarg. Um, yeah, very strong performers here. Mad King plays a really mean Quince, and plays, I believe, exclusively Quince, although he does have um, some experience, I believe, with other characters, plays a variety of them. Really solid foundational play. I believe he's got a Manelker that he will occasionally play as well, though I haven't seen that in any tournaments thus far. So just some comments on the Quince versus Geiger matchup. Geiger's J at 2.4 speed basically beats everything that Quince has. It'll beat his blocks, it'll beat his throws, it'll beat Patriot Mirror, which is a very strong neutral tool at 2.8 speed. The only thing it really loses to is a dodge, which Quince has a lot of, or Consent of the Governed. And here we go. So as predicted, we're seeing Quince versus Geiger. Both 90 health characters. Quince is going to win this match. Quince is going to win this match slowly. Several combats at a, one combat at a time, essentially. He's going to take chunks out of that 90 health bar, whereas Geiger is going to do a little bit of that, largely try to build a hand, and eventually end it all with a potentially up to 60 plus damage combo. So the ramp that Geiger has, because of the way Temporal Distortion works, and making all of his face cards and his AA move, his 2-point speed AA move, linker as well. He can really close things out very quickly, assuming he has enough time to build for the tools that he needs. Quince is going to play, because of Quince's speed issue, where most of his cards are very slow. His normals are 0.8 speed, both his normal attacks and normal throws. And then none of his specials are faster than 1.2. 1.2 is his AA special move. So he tends to open very much like a grappler. Lots of blocking, lots of throwing, and then once his opponent has opened himself up to playing slower moves or attempting to punish throws with beefy attacks, he can slip in an attack. So he does manage to get Patriot Mirror off. by dodging into it. He has flagstone taxed attacks. Oof. Okay, opened with a risky, with a riskier, higher payoff Patriot Mirror reveal with an attack and a throw. And I think that's something we've seen a lot from Mad King, tending to open up a little bit more. Because I think the psychological tendency for most people is going to be to play more conservatively, to feel the other person's range out, and so playing a riskier mix up there with an attack throw, slow attacks, and not great throw. Ooh, nice gold burst by the cap there. This is going to put a lot of damage in his hand. Already 2 aces gone for Quince, so he doesn't have, potentially, it's going to be very tricky for him to actually have AA in hand to be able to play a move that undercuts most of the temporal distortion options that the cap could open up with. Okay, yeah, cap showing, the instinct is to have those aces and then immediately play the thing that beats those aces. So playing the throw, and Mad King calling the throw, playing a nasty naked Q for 12 damage and knockdown. Positive spinning on throws. We've already seen 2 7 throws used. The king, speed 9. Nice. Stuffs another 7 throw. So this is going to make successive K reveals incredibly powerful for Mad King. As right now there are only 5 throws in Geiger's entire deck that are going to actually beat this card. So I would be very, very surprised if he doesn't just immediately play that king. And I would expect him to play it throw side first so he can flip it. Yeah. Now that does mean that he doesn't get a draw off of that. Doesn't get the knockdown, no follow-up, so not a great combat win for him, although at this point he's just playing to kill. He's not playing for any long-term advantage. Definitely possible for him to close this out. Nice J from the cap. Gets the throw off. And knockdown. No temporal distortion yet. There's still the threat of those aces. Nice, gets the cross off, the cross up 3. I believe only a Q. Oh, okay. No, follows it up with double aces. That's the ace of hearts and spades. Hopefully that is what he revealed. Never mind, gets it back anyway. So still at least 2 known aces in hand. He has all 4. Mad King is actually sitting at 7 health right now. Nice. Building a hand slightly. Just getting a few more cards in hand. Probably, that tells me that there's probably not additional aces. He probably only has the 2. Okay. 8 cards to 6. Queens has to get in somehow, or Mad King has to get in somehow. And he has to risk potentially running into 4 aces to do so. Nice throw there. Just takes the damage and goes for knockdown. Okay. Mad King did pick up those aces again. So consent of the governed is real. We have temporal distortion activated. Picks up J. I think the play from Mad King is either a throw. If he has a 7 throw, he's only played 2. It's either 7 throw if he has it, or consent of the governed, depending on whether he thinks it's going to be a fast attack. Very nice. Gets the consent of the governed. If he has the other ace, this could be GG, unless there's a joker played. Does have the joker, did have the second ace. Okay. The cap now at 14 health. Mad King sitting at 39. So if the cap does have the 4 aces in hand, this next combat could be the last one of the game. Only 3 cards in hand for Mad King. Ooh. Does he have another joker? Or does he have a joker? Does he have a joker at all? Do we see the other 2 aces? Did have, wow. Oh my god. Very incredibly crucial blue bursts all around there. Very nice. Yeah. That's such a great card in this situation, getting the research and development for let's see, 6 cards. He gets to look at the 6 top cards of his deck and find the tools that he needs. It's going to be very helpful for him here. Goes for another temporal distortion. Picks up the jack. Okay. Nice. 7 throw clash. That is the 4th 7 by the cap. 4 7s also played by Mad King. So we have single 8 played by Mad King and 2 played by the cap. So in theory, Mad King does have the throw advantage. Double dodge. Neither one of them wanting to eat those high normals that both of them have access to. Slight life lead for Mad King, and he still has potentially 1 more joker on deck. Plays the joker as a gold burst. Wants to have the speed advantage. Still have 4 aces in the discard, and with a 5-card hand, very unlikely that the cap is going to be able to get to go fishing for that. Very nice. Yeah, getting the 7 back. This potentially also is going to tell him a lot about what the cap is actually worried about. Obviously, don't want to give your opponent a dominant throw at any time. Okay, gives him the ace, gives him a 4. 4, which is a block and a dodge. So the mix-up is there. Either dodge into consent of the governed or consent of the governed raw. Let's see, Geiger only has 6 dodges. We've seen 5 of them, or sorry, he has 12 dodges. We've seen 5 of them played. Making consent of the governed potentially much safer. Okay. It's not a kill yet. Puts him in a knockdown. Still has access to consent of the governed, but no, that's right. The 7th throw was denied. Has played 2 8s. 8 throws still an option. tense stuff. This is probably going to be last combat. Wow. Just going for the block. I'm surprised. Playing around K there. And the cap just closes out with the jack. Nicely played. 1-0 for the cap. Just want to confirm that this is a... Yeah, okay, so this is a best of 7. So first to 4. Okay, back in neutral. Mad King once again opening up with the 7th throw. Okay, one of the safest spin options. As the only safe response is a block. Okay, cap plays a 3 into it, expecting a throw. Or a cross-up normal. Just plays the J, reveals the J again. Could definitely see, what to say, could definitely see another straight J reveal. The cap wisely blocking there. Both of them even on cards in hand. Mad King has played some very valuable resources so far, but Quince has the ability to recur those. Very nice, gets the 9 throw. Positive spin K. And taxing throws. Okay, interesting. 6 cards in hand. Yeah, definitely. Probably a normal, or normal, or the actual king on that mix-up. Given the few throws played by the cap, potentially trying to pull a definitely trying to fish for a throw of some kind. Nice. Working around a K. He's played a very aggressive opening so far, so first block there, catching a very valuable reversal from Geiger. Gets 7 thrown. Don't expect any follow-up from this. But both players with massive hand sizes. Mad King having to play around normal cross-up. Very nice. That's 2Ks gone. Very valuable cards for Geiger in this matchup. Cleanly beating every single option that Quince has. Gets another 7 throw off. 2 so far. Into K. Wow. Just flash gears all over the place. But has spent 2 7s thus far doing that. Slowly making Quince's Ks more valuable. Okay. 8 damage J. Not bad. Working on a bit of a life lead here. Getting ever closer to certainty lethal off of a temporal distortion combo. First time spiral we've seen so far. Another 7th throw. Wow, tons of 7s in hand for the cap this round and last round. Yeah, takes the knockdown. 44 health. Drawing ever closer to a lethal. And there we go. Temporal distortion played. Could be 2-1 combats away from closing this game out. Haven't seen any aces from Mad King so far. Could be saving them to play in this situation. Ooh, that's a rough dodge. That is a really rough combat loss. Just puts him back on the ground. Yeah, Mad King looking for those aces. Wanted to potentially stuff a strong option from the cap with that Joker, and then have AA to threaten, so that he could threaten throw a mix-up on the next turn. Ouch. Yeah, that's brutal. All of the K. Yeah, exactly. Every always. Yeah, come at the king. You best not miss. Yep, Mad King refilling his hand with ace. I still. The cap playing quince for a moment there. So we have known ace in hand for Mad King. See what let's see what he gives him here off the stack. J's in both sides, so either an 8 and another flagstone tax. Okay, gives him a J and Q. So that J only counts as a 2.6 speed reveal, combat reveal in this situation. And the cap does have a J of his own. Yeah, just plays it. Entirely possible that Mad King's hand was checkmated there. And I really think he would have played the Joker if... yeah, that's GG. Cap goes up... Cap goes up 2-0. Very strong play there. That was a beating. Yeah, the getting locked out of that, out of having consent of the governed to reveal on that combat, to be able to stuff everything except, yeah, to be able to stuff everything except Cycloid Revolution, which is 0.0 speed. Okay, Mad King switching into Arg. Interesting. Okay. So Blowfish Spikes blows up everything that Geiger has, except for Cycloid Revolution. It trades very nicely with K. I won't say favorably. I don't believe Blowfish Spikes knocks down. No, does not. Whereas K will. But still, very nice damage differential. Nice! Very early Bubble Shield. Beautiful. That is a great way to start the game. Putting the clock on the clockmaker. 6 cards in hand for Mad King. However, the nice thing about Argagarg is because so much of his damage comes out of combat through his Hex of Mirkwood, and in this case the enhanced Hex of Mirkwood, he doesn't really need to deal a terrible amount of damage with his actual combat reveals. He can safely play, yeah, like Mad King's playing right now. He's conserving his cards. He's not following up the knockdowns, playing for the slight advantage of denying dodges, etc. Very nice. Just poking, and every combo he deals is going to deal an additional 4 damage. So we can see already after 5 or so turns, he's dealt 50 damage, and a significant portion of that has already come from the enhanced Hex of Mirkwood. Really, really strong play, and he's been able to hold that advantage for. Wow! When in doubt, just don't lose combat. That's what we're learning here. Very nice. 6 follow-up. Just wow, really returning the favor of that last game with Arg here. Angry fish. Oh, this might, yep, trade. That will put an end to Bubble Shield. However, Arg takes no damage and still deals the 7. Just has to deal 19 damage, and or he probably just needs to deal 10 damage and then wait 4 turns, to be honest. Okay, takes a 2. Unless this ends with a king, still going to come out with a combat win here. Okay, very nice. Puts him on his back, delays, gains a little bit of tempo, a little bit of breathing room here. Arg also has very good tools. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's what you don't want. It's absolutely what you don't want. Brutal combat loss there. So very rarely do you see Args risk the ace block on knockdown, and this is this is GG. I mean, this is all but GG. Yeah, that's it. Closing it out with Exactsies. Brutal, brutal game by Mad King. Very, very well played. Returning the favor. Now, do we actually see Geiger switch out of this? No, or the cap switch out of this. Yeah, I don't expect. Let's see. Yeah, so Arg's Bubble Shield is not immune to Time Stop, as he still takes block damage from it. So yeah, I do believe I do believe you can follow up a time spiral with a throw in this matchup with Geiger, and while the hex might still go off, I believe you put Arg on his back. At least you get the damage, and you prevent that 1 round of enhanced damage from the pumped hex. So we saw a block, and then so there's known, yeah, nice throw by Cap. Okay, goes for the damage follow-up. A little bit more aggressive. Although spending some time spirals early is not a bad choice, because you do get them back. You get at least 1 back on activation. Nice! Throws the second hidden bubble shield. Returning the stomping favor here. Very, very nice life lead. Has the knockdown, so... Ooh, yeah, stuffs the ARG 2.2 reversal. So ARG does have J and Q to compete with Geiger's J. Really putting the pressure on here. Successful combat. Oh, no. I was about to say. So that's a very nice card to play. It's going to prevent AA as follow-up. I think this makes blocking very strong. Yeah. Going for the cross-up. I'm surprised there wasn't a throw. It could indicate that he doesn't have the throw. And throw-starved Geiger is not a good place to be. Nice dodge. Very nicely played. Leaping fish. Oh, no follow-up. Okay. Did not want to risk giving him the additional cards. And yeah, happy to leave Geiger at 5 cards in hand versus his 6. Oof. Still has a lot of work to do though. Yeah, research and development is going to get him a lot of stuff. Very nicely crash and throws. Yeah, Arg's counters are very, very useful in this matchup. Fortunately, has to let this one go. But they can prevent the activation of temporal distortion, which is where a lot of that incredibly scary burst damage comes from. Because once again, Arg is a character that wins by inches, whereas Geiger wins with one decisive combat. And he can also prevent that kind of fishing. Okay, so now we get to see. So I'm pretty sure the way this works is you're going to get the bubble shield, yeah, but he is able to throw. Yeah, okay. Phew. Hooray for a correct reading of the rules. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, interesting to see how that works. So the successive throw immediately counts as a combat win, um, removing Hex, or removing the bubble shield, but it also prevents the additional damage, so it's only the block damage that goes through. So still a pretty good win for Argagard, I think. Okay, gets put on his back. I think cross up normal or dodge is a very strong play from Geiger. Nice. Okay. He's going to have to make something happen with Bubble Shield. Blowfish Spikes is just going to get him 16 damage, and he needs to do way more than that. The advantage also of Bubble Shield is that it's going to it's going to give him a free combat loss, so further extending his ability to... Very nice. Gets it off. Plays the obvious play. The Cap expecting a throw. So Mad King is now in a situation where he just has to play to not lose Bubble Shield. Just extend this advantage time for as long as he possibly can. Very nice. I like the additional mixing in of the Bubble Shield, making attacks even riskier. Really forcing the Cap to play for a throw. Very nice. Tempting him with the Bubble Shield. I'm just gonna keep playing it and just getting the poke. Surprised he didn't follow that up. The Cap has not played a Joker yet, so I suppose, yeah, I could see that being more valuable for Mad King here, just to prevent any additional cards from getting into the Cap's hand. Okay, gets the throw off, and unfortunately will lose that second ace as well. Doesn't take any damage though, and gets 2 aces back. Very nice. Definitely needs this mix-up for pressure. The Cap has played 2 kings and 2 aces. If he has the additional 2 aces in hand, could be a very, very strong play to play Cycloid Revolution to try to undercut Blowfish. No, just goes for the dodge. Doesn't need to get fancy. Very strong response to that mix-up. But spent 3 health, and on his back. Mad King immediately going for more aces. Still has miles to go before he sleeps. Really, really intense life loss or life lead that Cap has. Ooh, does not. Yeah, takes 2 chip damage. So he's at 1. He's got a magic pixel this. He does have serious advantage time right now though. Wow, nice. Nice throw there. Geiger stuck on 3-card hand. Can't be much of value in that hand. If he's got 2 aces, that's potentially tough. But with 22 cards left in the deck, that's a hard case to make. Add the 4th K. So Bubble Shield goes away. The only way he's going to survive, get another Bubble Shield off, is if he correctly gets pegs a mix-up normal. So if Geiger plays an odd mix-up normal, I really see the Cap throwing here. No, okay. Very nice. Plays around the hidden Blowfish spikes. Actually, I don't know how hidden that was. I believe one of the ace power-ups were known. Tough spot for Mad King here. Yeah. Strong play of the J here. Checkmated. Okay, tough. No dodges in hand. Cap goes up. 3-1. So he is on his ace match. Or I should say he's on the match point. I really don't see any reason for Mad King to be okay. Yeah, really don't see any reason for Mad King to switch out of this matchup. He played a beautiful, basically a perfect game of Arg versus Geiger in that first match, but unfortunately took a really, really tough loss in this last one. But I would definitely see him. I think he's probably more comfortable as Argagarg versus Geiger than Quince. Though the first match was tense, the first Quince versus Geiger match was very tense. Could have gone either way. The second match was really, really brutal. At least with Arg, he had 1 strong win and 1 tough loss. Yeah, so Mad King thinking about switching out. I could see Manelker. I could see a Manelker pick. A lot on the line here. Loser will be, of course, eliminated. Doesn't make it any, won't make it any further than the top 8 for their realm. And the winner goes on to face Raziek in the semifinals of West Realm. Very tough competition there. Would love to see either of these players face Raziek. Very, very, very strong competition. So those matches will be sick. I really hope they take place at a time when I can actually I can watch and commentate because those promise to be really, really cool. All right, here we go. Okay, the Valerie switch. Very interesting to see. I would never have called that. Guilty Gear. Hashtag hype. Very just interesting to see this. Of course, Geiger is other than his Cycloid Revolution and other than his Cycloid Revolution and his King, has a significant speed hole. In that his next fastest move is 2.4 speed, or 2.0 speed, which is another AA move. So these are not inexpensive cards to play. His fastest move after that is 2.4, which is his J, and Valerie can cover that room very, very nicely. Her Queen is a favorable trade with K. She does take the knockdown off of that trade, but in terms of damage dealt, fairly similar. She is 10 health lower. But yeah, maybe Mad King knows something I don't. Given that he plays a lot against the members of DRB. Actually, I don't know if Mad King is a member of DRB, so I'd have to check that. But anyway, given that he plays often with those guys, I think Raziek was a very strong, still is a very strong Valerie player, but essentially mained her in version 1. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting to see. I think not a character that's pulled out very often. Very nice. Yeah, that chromatic orb, that 1.0 speed, really punishes a lot of Geiger's options, and with that tool, she can force Geiger to block more, and then open up her throw game much more as well. And she's competitive on that throw game as well. Yeah, those 7 throws coming out fast and furious. Any 10s in hand, she's going to be able to turn all those higher throws, the 8s and 9s, into stuff that's going to be competitive. Gets the cross up normal. You can see big damage off of this. 8-card Val. No follow up on the 3. Interesting. Throw clogged hand potentially. Either that or a very strong. Yeah. So yeah, either tons of throws in hand, or is going for a really heavy valuation trap against the cap. Okay. Yeah, punishes the counter throw play. Probably hoping to snag a time spiral, as a time spiral would beat the throw or the dodge play as well. Ooh, strong dodge here. Okay, refills. So the Joker there probably indicates that. Well, first of all, again, Joker while you can, because once temporal distortion goes up, it's not going to be worth a damn. But the other thing too is joking there, I think, is much stronger, considering that it's off of a dodge. The payoff is going to be much lower than it would be if it caught a normal or something. So I could definitely see that being a case of the hand was essentially as bad as as that 3 into nothing indicated. So probably had some face cards, so we saw the Q and the ace come out, but probably lots of throws and then fishing for something else. Also potentially the case that he had other normals, but they were all low normals and didn't feel like playing a 7 damage 3-card combo. Okay, yeah, we do see the burst of speed. 1 is going to do it. That does bring it down to 2.4. Beats the 2 clean. Hope he has... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Big damage here. Wow. Oof. Very strong. Very strong combo there. Brutal. Gets an ace. 2 aces in discard. No jokers played by the cap yet. Really strong life lead. Holy smokes. 57 hit points. Even with temporal distortion, this is serious advantage time right now. And just as I say that, here we go. No revealed aces yet. I've gone through about a quarter of the deck. No, nearing half, sorry. Fishes with the 7th throw. No, yeah, not huge damage off of this. Although it is going to put him at throw into anything or 2 normals. Still a lot of 6s unplayed, so it just needs a 3 and a 6. 5 cards in hand, definitely enough enough fodder there to close this out. Ooh, there goes those aces. Do we see another joker here? And do we see... Nope. Preemptively answering my question of are we going to see any more aces there? Playing against ace or Q play from Mad King. Ooh, stuffs an ace. Very nice. Staying alive. Geiger clearly a fan of the Bee Gees. Look at that suit. It's awesome. Also, there's something very disco about the finger gun. Okay, reclaims those aces. Still has 2 in the discard. I must have missed an earlier cycloid or... Oh, pulled them from his deck. Very, very interesting. I don't know why you would do that. Yeah, I really don't see why you would do that. And that's it. The burst of speed. Nice. Mad King goes up. Puts another point on the board. See if the cap switches. Doesn't immediately go into the next match. So is considering this. Could be just taking some time to think about what he's seen, what he's experienced. Pull in Emilio Estevez and spend some time on the docks looking out over the ocean. Okay. Counterpicking to Grave. Widely considered basically just a hard counter to Valerie. Yeah. Let's see if Mad King can pull it out. True Power of Storms is just, if you hit it, you win it. With a very rare exception. Also very much covering that the speed hole that that Geiger has. Grave having an excellent reversal at 0 speed, 10 damage. Lots of tools at his disposal. His yeah, single ace trades nicely with chromatic orb, both 10 damage at 1.0 speed. Nice throw. 7 cards in hand. See if this gets followed up. Okay, just goes for the knockdown. Much higher potential damage off of mix-up normal. Nice throw from the cap there. With 8 cards in hand, there's always the potential that I mean, Valerie really becomes scary the higher her card count, her hand count is. So still can be very good. Oh, nice. Gets the cross up as well. Do we have hidden teapots? No, not quite. As soon as I saw that ace for a second, I was like, oh my god, please. Let it not end like that. Be pretty disgusting. Yeah, okay, good. So I'm not alone there. Yeah. Man, that would just be that would be a tough loss to take. That would be a really tough loss to take. Okay, both players going for higher cards. Okay, going dodge dodge. So probably implies that Valerie has J and some face cards in hand. Either that or she wants to dodge into an ace. Card neutral, deal some damage, gets around Q. Grave dodging. Grave dodging is another thing. Probably has at least K in hand. Could have more aces. Or indicates he doesn't have Q and expected a Q from Valerie. So a lot of potential. Okay, had at least one ace. Nice block from Mad King. $11 and 10 card hands. Okay. Mad King gets the dodge off. What is the follow-up? Yeah, we do see a face down. Okay. 12 to 9 now. Does get some card advantage off of that combat win. Trading 1 card for 2. Very nice. Getting the normal draw off of the abnormal draw off of Chromatic Orb. Closing that gap a little bit. Hasn't been able to do much damage so far. Nice. Very nice dodge. Gets around the Q. Another face down. Gets the Joker this time. 12 cards to 7. Really respect these empty dodges from Mad King. It's got to be so tempting at that life deficit to try to make something happen and accidentally give your opponent severe advantage. Big damage here. Goes down to 30 health. Val can, with the right hand, as Shax alluded to earlier in the chat, deal 40 plus damage off of a combat win, if it's the right one. But really has to be... Ooh, that's rough. Takes a Q. With such high hand size, Qs are incredibly strong plays because Val almost certainly wants to go in. Even K and J plays here are very strong from Grave because they're going to cover your throw option of Valerie's throws. They lose to dodges and blocks, but not very big. Ooh. Okay, nice. Do we have a counter? Oh no. Ooh. Do we have the second burst of speed? We do. Do we have another counter? No. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Just gets the knockdown. 3 cards in hand for the cap. For his sake, I hope at least one of those is a Q. I think a Q is basically an auto win on a reveal here. No, gets the successful block off. Has the chance for some mind games here. Reveals an attack and a dodge. Pushing Val to block to be perfectly, or block or dodge to be perfectly safe. Ooh. So that's guaranteed 10 damage because he gets the queen off of this. Does he have anything else? Does he have KK? Goes for the throw. Yep. Probably doesn't matter that you're giving Val more cards. She already has 11. Or already had 10, I should say. A lot of ammo in Val's arsenal. 1 Q known in hand. Very tough stuff. Nice. Deflects the normal. Stays alive a little bit longer. Discards K. Has used 2 burst of speeds. Okay, we're gonna get to see what he's working with. Whew. A lot of damage in that hand. Wow. Only a single throw, though. And a single dodge. Holy shit. Queen's so strong. So strong right now. From like a queen throw is so terrifying. Potentially has, so he only potentially has lethal off of a throw success. Yeah, so I see, I would probably play around the potential throw if I were Mad King. Okay. He's still got a lot of ammo in there. He's got 21 damage. 21, 31. Nice. That single throw. The cat playing the odds there. He's very safe against everything except one known card in Mad King's hand. And just like that, 17-17. Wow. Still has K's. If he has... Ooh! Does he have... Oh no! Really hope that's a Joker. We didn't see anything revealed. Oh wow, pulled it. Okay, okay. Still has the potential to come out of this. Q, he's got to play around the possibility of Q. Cap has a really strong Q throw mix-up here. Mad King can get the lethal off of successfully beating the throw. So the Cap has to be really gutsy if he goes for this throw. Mad King has to just not get hit by Q. Potentially also loses to dodge into Q. So tough position, very, very tough position to be in. But both of these players, one successful win against. No, that's probably going to be it. Well played, well played. Wow, that comeback was almost real. Incredible games. Tough set by take by Mad King, but beautifully played. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope to bring you some more exciting Yomi action soon. And yeah, hope you had fun. Cheers.